Mania. A wild and crazy symptom that is found in two disorders, bipolar and schizoaffective. And that last one is me, because my name is Kit and I have schizoaffective disorder, which is a condition where someone experiences symptoms of schizophrenia, such as delusions, hallucinations, but also symptoms of a mood disorder, either major depression or bipolar. As part of being diagnosed with the bipolar type of the condition, I experience bipolar things. And one of those things is experiencing manic and hypomanic episodes. These are times where my brain moves so fast that I can barely keep up with it. I want to do anything and everything right then and there with zero consequences. It's like my brain is on overdrive and I have this endless, boundless energy. It's problematic for many reasons. The first being that when it happens, it feels so dang good that why would I want to stop it? But it burns through my neurons and it wrecks my life. But mania and hypomania often sneak up on me, so it's vital that I catch it early before it can get to that life-ruining state. So here are 5 signs that I'm headed into a manic episode. The number one thing I can use to stop it before it happens is that I notice I'm sleeping less. When I'm hypomanic, meaning the mild mania that I get now that I'm properly medicated, I tend to sleep less than a full night's rest. And I track my sleep every single night with an app on my phone, and I've noticed that if I get consistently less than 5 hours a night for a couple nights in a row and I'm not tired during the day at all, then I'm probably headed into a hypomanic episode. Back before I was properly medicated and I had full-blown manic episodes, I would go days without sleeping, and that's just not healthy. But anyways, if I notice I'm not sleeping a lot, then I basically just keep a better eye on myself. I let my therapist know and I let my support system know, and then we cross those bridges as we get to them. The second thing is I am in a good mood. Now, I'm not talking a normal good mood where things are just going great and you're really happy. I'm talking about being ridiculously optimistic about the world for no reason whatsoever. The biggest thing for me about being mentally ill is that a lot of what I experience as part of my mood disorder doesn't have reasons. Like, there was this one time where I opened up to someone and I said, "Hey, I'm depressed, just letting you know." And they asked me, they were like, what are you depressed about? And I said, I don't know, nothing. And that's the thing, is that the reason I'm ill is because I experienced depression without a cause. It just happens. That's why I take pills every single night, just to control that. And so the same thing can also go for mania, the other direction. So being in a good mood for absolutely no reason whatsoever, as much as that seems like a positive thing, it's actually a really bad thing. So when I start to kind of get in a fly high mood, well, mania is probably on the horizon. And often in this state, I'll think to myself that maybe this is when my disorder is finally going into remission. Maybe this is when it gets better and I don't have to deal with it as much. Maybe I get my life back, but in reality, it's just a fake good mood that's perpetuated by a chemical imbalance in my brain that has no reality to back it up. The third sign that I'm headed into a manic or a hypomanic episode is that I dive into creative pursuits. More than usual. Now, I would definitely say I'm a very creative person, and I blame this in part with my bipolar symptoms. Now, normally I go up and I go down every few days or so. That's the best and most stable way I can live with the medications I'm on, but because I have that bipolar side, I'm always going to be up and down at least a little bit. And so on those highs is when I'll do a lot of my creative stuff, and then a few days later when I'm in the lows is when I won't touch it at all. That's normal. But if I go into one of those periods where I'm really into what I'm doing, it's really intense, and it lasts for a week or more, then that's an indication that hypomania might be knocking on my door. Because maintaining a creative drive like that constantly, for me, isn't sustainable. And that's the thing about mania, is that no matter how much it feels like it can be sustained forever, it actually can't. And the biggest problem in all of this is that it feels so good, being so absorbed by a creative project when I have endless ideas, endless energy, don't need to eat or sleep or do anything. It really is an experience that I can't get anywhere else. But it's also something that's very damaging to me. And so if I get that seemingly endless energy and I have all these a million ideas and it's all coming at me so fast, well, then yeah, chances are it's not just me in a good mood, it's me in a manic episode. So I have a little bit of a distrust when it comes to my creative energy, because if it's too much, I worry it's mania, and if it's not enough, I feel boring. The The fourth thing is actually a classic manic thing, and it's that I start making impulse purchases of things that I wouldn't normally buy. The biggest things I've ever bought while manic have been plane tickets, because I'm a world travel enthusiast. But it's not always plane tickets, it's usually lesser stuff. I'm talking maybe like going all in on a skincare routine, or buying a bunch of cosplay or crafting supplies, or getting merchandise from my favorite fandoms, that kind of thing. I've fortunately never gone into debt because of my episodes, but many people who are manic often do. So if I'm suddenly thinking it's a great idea to buy 5 pounds of Pez dispenser refills when I don't even have a Pez dispenser, well, there's probably more going on there. Especially if I only thought about it a minute before buying. Yup, that's definitely a super specific example not related to a real story at all. And the final hallmark sign that mania is coming for me is that everything starts sounding, feeling, and looking slower. Cars don't drive fast enough, and I tend to speed. No one talks fast enough except for me, and all music is way too slow. When I was in college, I actually had a playlist of sped up versions of Flight of the Bumblebee, which is an already very fast song. And even that sometimes wouldn't be fast enough. Even that wouldn't cut it. I just want things faster and faster and faster because that's what my brain wants. And this will often cause irritability because I'm jittery and thinking on multiple tracks of thought, and I'll get irrationally angry at inanimate objects for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And if I'm at this stage where everything is going way too slow, then this is probably a sign that I'm manic or about to be, and I need to do something about it fast. And so any of these 5 things can let me or someone close to me know that I'm either about to head into a manic episode or am already in one. And a lot of preventative measures for mood episodes come with watching data trends. And I try to track my moods on a day-to-day basis because it helps me differentiate between what's normal, which is cyclothymic ups and downs, and what's not normal, which is those major highs and those major lows that are typical of my mood episodes. And I highly recommend that you do it if you also have a mood disorder. It's a recent thing for me, and I'm finding it very helpful. But if any of you guys experience hypomania or mania, what are your warning signs? Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you want to reach out on other platforms, I am at SchizoKitzo on Twitter and Instagram, and I love talking to you guys about mental health. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you as always for joining me in making the uncomfortable comfortable, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.